This is Andi Purewal for ID Boxing. I'm joined by Liam Beef Smith here in Manchester. Liam, firstly, how's life? How's tricks?
Good, mate, you?
All good. And obviously you've got young Frankie Stringer here coming back onto fight night on Saturday night. Just walk me through, how his camp's ended, somebody you know very well, somebody you're working alongside, and what you're hoping that he shows on Saturday night.
Yeah, obviously, he's been has a good camp, just keeps learning, and getting on these big shows. So, I'm happy to see him back out on a big show, world title fight, and be good for him in the long run. He's been on a Lawrence Coley world title show now. He was on me, Eubank. He's been on Paul Butler's world title fight. So, it's good for him to get on these big shows, and he's getting a little bit of taste of what it's like to be on them big bills.
It's obviously very early stages in his career, Liam, but I know everybody within Rotunda speaks highly of him. When you look at him and you look at the talent he has, how far do you feel he can go? How would you sum up the talent that he possesses?
Look, talent-wise, ability-wise, I think he can go all the way. I think he can go a very, very long way, but time will tell. He's got a lot. I've been professional 15 years. I know what it takes. I know what you've got to do outside the ring, and he's got a lot to do outside the ring before he can go anywhere. He's got to live the life properly. He's got to do his side of the job. Everyone else around him will do a good job for him. Me, his coaches, his family. It's down to him. If he lives properly, if he treats the game with respect, he's got everything in his path to go a long way.
Liam, just about Frankie, obviously onto yourself. I'm sure I'm probably like the 20th person who's going to ask you today. Chris Eubank Jr, the rematch. What's the latest?
I don't know, mate. I'm still up in the air myself over there. I'm not sure. I'm sure over the next couple of days we'll know more, but I'm in the same boat as everybody else.
I obviously spoke to you a couple of weeks ago in Liverpool, and we mentioned back then that there was kind of a deadline in place as to when things had to progress by. Obviously things have gone past that place now. Have you had any further discussions? Where do things stand on that front?
Yeah, by all accounts, Chris Eubank Jr is locked in for a rematch. Eddie Hearn seems to think he can do Chris and Conor. That's the case. Good luck to you, but I'm told Chris is tied in for a rematch, and I'm waiting to hear a little bit more on announcements on that.
That was going to be my next question. I've seen a lot of reports and heard a few things myself that the Conor Benn fight is the one that's being pushed for on maybe Junior's team, and obviously Eddie, as you mentioned, pushing for it. Is that a surprise to you at all?
No. It's not a surprise Chris wants to fight Conor over me next. No, definitely not. But again, I said before, I fought Chris. I feel Conor's a lower risk and a higher reward for Chris. So I'm not going to change my opinion on that now. I stand by what I said, and if that's the route he wants to go, then you go that route. But I'm not depending the rest of my career on Chris.
Do you think, especially on the back of what happened when you last fought, Junior's somewhat looking to step aside from you because, as you mentioned, lower risk in your opinion in the Conor Benn fight than what he would have to if he stepped between the ropes to face you again?
I just think I don't know. It's hard. He's got a lot to overcome. He gets back in the ring with me. I was the last person he was in the ring with. I beat him the way I beat him. So he's got a lot of questions to answer if he gets back in with me. But I don't know. I don't know what Chris's process is. I don't know what way he wants to go about it. But that's down to them and their team.
For you, Beefy, what would be a definitive kind of time frame that you'd like to have an answer by? So at least then you know whether it can happen or not, and whether you've got to move on.
I want to answer it. Probably by Monday, if not by Friday. I want to know when I'm fighting and who I'm fighting. I want to fight the end of May, June, maybe. But I want to fight, and again, I'm not sitting going stale after what I've just done. I've just done something nobody's done on a night that was struggled to be beaten, to be brutally honest with you. So, I'm going to wait and see what's what over the next couple of days, and then go from there.
And in your opinion, Liam, how confident are you that the Eubank rematch will take place next?
50-50. I don't know. 50-50. Yeah, I hope it does, but if not, I'll move on.
Obviously, the names haven't changed in terms of what else is out there for you. The Karl Brook fight, Janny Beck, Golovkin. Have you had those discussions internally at all?
No, not really. I haven't. Again, like I said, I'm still up in the air a little bit. I haven't had many discussions going on. I'm not really happy at the minute with what's going on, so I'm not really. I'm not getting into all that yet. I'm going to see what's happening with Chris, and then we'll go from there.
Do you mind me asking what you're not happy about? Is it just in terms of a junior rematch, or is it other stuff?
Just in terms of everything that's going on around me, the way I'm trying to be treated and stuff like that. I'm just, I'm not happy, but I'm also not getting treated like I'm brand new to this game. I've been in this game 15 years, and I'll stand by what I stand for.
Can you elaborate any more on that in terms of a treated front? Because
No, not really, mate. Just obviously, I think time will tell. It'll come out sooner or later. I think people will know more. If nothing gets confirmed and nothing gets finalised, then I'll be a little bit more vocal on the situation. But we'll see what happens over the next coming days.
Obviously, when you left Eddie and Matchroom, you spoke about kind of the opportunities that were there and being presented when you teamed up with Boxer, with Sky Sports, once again, a platform you fought on throughout your career. You've seen a number of other guys leave Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, most recently like Joshua Buatsi, Lawrence Curley previously, Callum Smith. All of you are going on to do big things now under the Boxer and the Sky Sports banner once again. What are your thoughts on seeing other fighters leave alongside yourself and come into the Sky platform now as well?
That's down to them and their deal they done with Boxer. If it was better for them, then great. I left for it's getting muted a lot. I left. I didn't leave. I weren't really contacted to Matchroom. Boxer offered me something that I wanted at the time. The Eubank Jr fight I thought could be made, and it did get made. So that they were my reasons for going. I'm not tied into a long-term deal. I feel like I read Buatsi's done a long-term deal, so maybe Boxer are basing the company around Buatsi now. So good luck to him. But I don't know. Really, it's just a sticky one at the minute.
I know Eddie's spoken quite highly of you since you haven't fought under his shows most recently. Is there kind of somewhat of at all an open dialogue there, potential for you to fight on a Matchroom show in the future?
Of course, 100%. I've got a very good relationship with Eddie and Matchroom, and I didn't sign with Boxer on bad terms to Eddie. I've always had a good relationship with him. I still have got a good relationship with him. I signed with Boxer because what got put in front of me was the right thing at that time. Never say never. I've got one fight left with Boxer, and then I'm a free agent again then, and we can see what happens. But when I say I've got one fight left with Boxer have got an option on me, and we need to finalise that.
Beefy, just away from yourself, just an update on Callum. How's he looking ahead of the Beterbiev fight when things get finalised on that front?
Yeah, I think they've ordered that to be spoke now. I think they're negotiating, and Callum's back training now. I think he's back running, so I'm not sure if he's back in the gym yet. And I'm pretty sure Callum will be excited at the moment. They called for the fight sooner than he expected, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be excited and wants that fight to be finalised, and then he's got his chance to become a two-time world champion at two weights.
Liam, there's a great fight taking place stateside this weekend. David Benavidez and Caleb Plan. Your thoughts?
Very good fight. Two fights at the top of the game. Two world-class fighters. Bit of needle between them. A tough fight. Looking forward to watching it. I fancy Benavidez slightly, but wouldn't be surprised if Plant, outboxes him and manoeuvres him into a point to win. Sorry, but I fancy Benavidez, but it's a fight I'm looking forward to.
And one of the biggest talking points over the last few days has been the fallout, or last day or so rather, the fallout around Fury Usyk. Doesn't seem like we will get that now. I just want to get your thoughts on everything that's happened in the last 24 to 48 hours. Yeah,
it's a nightmare. I'm gutted. If we don't get it, I still think we're going to get it. I'm not going to lie. I still think it's going to happen. But if it doesn't happen, it's a shame for boxing, because if that doesn't happen next, we won't get an undisputed champion for many, many years. I think if that doesn't happen next, Usyk's got two mandatories, he's got to fight, so the belts are going to get split up. He's going to have to fight Purewal, or he's going to have to fight Hrgovic. Then belts are going to be split up, so I'll be gutted if it doesn't happen.
A lot of people have said that maybe Tyson Fury's come out looking worse out of the pair of them. Do you agree with that currently? Yeah,
only by a couple of his own posts he's put out, his own videos. But again, I don't sit behind closed doors while they're negotiating. I don't know what's being said. And look, I know people are going about 70-30 is a bit bad, but let's have it right. Tyson Fury's the A-side in this fight. Tyson Fury is the heavyweight world champion. Usyk's had 2 fights at heavyweight, and I know he's got 3 belts, but Tyson Fury's been a heavyweight his whole career. Tyson Fury's the heavyweight champion. If you get what I mean by that, he deserves the bigger share. So I'm not really fully against that, especially the first time round. I don't know what the rematch clause situation is, but hopefully they can get something sorted in the next couple of days.
Final one, Beefy, just as it's only a week or so away now. Joshua Franklin, AJ's return after his 2 defeats to Alexander Usyk. What do you expect to see on April 1st?
I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to see a devastating Anthony Joshua. I think he's going to go out there to fully make a statement. And I think he's got the ideal opponent too. Franklin's good, but not really awkward, you know. And I'm excited to see Joshua back, you know. I think he's beat Franklin well. He put himself right back in the mix with them big names.
Liam, it's a pleasure as always. Thank you for speaking to me.
So, mate,